Well, I think it's been almost 3 weeks since the last post. Well, sorry about that. Real life and work got a little bit in the way. But it's fine. Let's get back to it, and we'll look at MMOs for the next week or two. The reason why is many people have requested many MMOs, and some of them kind of old. So I've been playing MMOs for a couple of days now, well, actually almost a week and a half now. And to be honest, we're actually going to look at the first one, Neverwinters. And from all the ones I've been playing, that was actually the one that I enjoyed the most. It was from the Neverwinters world, Dungeons and Dragons. And before you think you're gonna, if you never played one, it's not. Bring out your dice to actually start playing Dungeons and Dragons. It's actually a very good-looking game, and it was fun. It was more fun than many of the others I played, and I actually got a little bit into it. But anyway, here we're actually playing at 1280 by 768, and you'll notice that the settings are kind of lowish. Some of them are a little bit high, others are a little bit low. So it's not a bad looking game. It looked a little muddy when you actually lower it a little more, but it didn't look that bad. However, the frame rate did suffer a little bit. I noticed that when you see me go back into town, when there's a lot of characters there, they even went to the low teens. And to be honest, anytime you actually went even lower than 18 frames per second, you started to like notice maybe because of the amount of characters. Even though I didn't go on any specific raid on this particular run, I did go on another gameplay that I was doing. I did actually go on raid, and there were like 5 or 6 other players with me, and it did hit low 20s when we were in that dungeon. But for the most part, the game actually wasn't that bad. I did enjoy it. I wasn't like not enjoying it. If you notice, anytime I'm actually in solo play, I can more or less always have low 30s to all the way to 60, and only because it's capped at 60 frames per second, and it usually stays anywhere between mid 40s and mid 50s for the most part, on almost every single dungeon or building. Like I said, when we're out in the open, it can go usually stays like in smaller towns. It will stay, I don't know, in the mid 30s, high 20s to mid 30s, but stay higher to closer to the mid 30s. And in other places, it will go all the way, like I said, down to the teens when there's way too much going on. To be fair, it doesn't stay in the teens that long, so it's not like it took the game or gameplay away from me. The game actually wasn't that bad. I enjoyed it a lot. I enjoyed it much than any other of the MMOs that I played. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to insult anybody. And then luckily, the one that I was going to try to play, and I'll talk about it later, was on a later video, was Rift, and for no reason I can get Rift to play, just because many people advised me to play it, but was never able to play it because some something wrong with the video that it won't play. But anyway, going back to Neverwinters, it plays well. I think even with those very few slowdowns, it didn't really take me out of the game. It was more a nonsense than a real problem. And note that you actually have you actually can lower some of those settings, so you can actually make it play with a lot of better frame rates if you lower it all the way down. Yeah, I don't think I ever went down to the teens when I lowered it all the way down. Just that I always look for that sweet spot that hopefully it's good enough gameplay and good enough frame rates for the most part, and I do accept 1 or 2 slowdowns. So I think it was a good game. I think if you guys are into this lore, you'll enjoy it, and you'll enjoy it on the road. So anyway, hopefully you guys like it. If not, let me know. Have a good one.
For the Valhalla! with Neverwinter!
The crown is mine! Death to the pretender!
Marked by the quick volleys ahead.
Protector's Enclave needs your help. The crown of Neverwinter is back in the vault. The National Rebellion is over, and Karzar's many victims have some justice. I knew you were the one to watch, but this... this is more than I could have dared hope for. I think I almost dismissed you that day on the Sleeping Dragon Bridge. I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad you've come to Neverwinter. But it ain't over yet.